It's so annoying because you know you're more demanding than me. You're so much more demanding than me.
Guys! You got no documentaries made about you?
Yep, nope. That's good.
Nope. Nice. When do you leave Bobby already? Like,
here's my thing. I'm coming to New York. You know I'm moving to New York for a little while.
No, you're not.
In May.
Yes. For a film, TV show, just to get away from him?
Just for me.
Chinese New Year, you're gonna move.
Wow. Sticking in them, dude.
To Chinatown.
Wow.
Yep. That's moving to Chinatown. I got 2 places. Me and Gillis are splitting a building in Chinatown.
When my other daughter goes to school, I was like, we could just go back to New York for 6 months at a time if we want.
Not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why not. A black lab, a pug, a cat, and a lizard.
So if anybody out there is listening and wants a black lab, a pug, a cat, and a lizard. All right, I left the Midwest when I was 18 to go to Arizona State University.
Nice.
Because I'm a scholar, because I really wanted an education. Yeah. And
maybe the trashiest college of all.
100%.
ASU is always like, we're the #1 party school.
We fight for that title like it's a proud thing.
Yeah.
We have #1 party. Chicago is like New York, but it's your favorite fat guy from New York. That's what Chicago is. It's like your favorite fat guy.
Right. He's a good-looking kid.
Tight body on him.
Tight little body on him. Rolled up in a tight little whip.
Where you're like, oh man, you're the best parts of like the fun, unhealthy eating, loving everything, likes a shitty joke.
And every time he looks at me, I think he's disgusted. So I don't think so.
Like coming out here. I was just with Bobby Kelly yesterday, who's like one of my favorite people. I mean, he's so funny.
What's your group? Oh, we don't like racism.
Right.
You guys are assholes.
You've
we
never
don't
tried
like
to join, have you?
The Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah. Have you?
Wow.
Well, have you tried?
Why? I am. First of
No,
all,
I just asked, have you ever tried?
Would you say an N-bomb as a character?
Yeah, of course.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't even think twice. If Tarantino wrote that down, he told me to say it.
Now, would you riff one? Let's say your character was a racist. Okay, let's say you're doing a scene. Okay, you're doing Curb Your Enthusiasm. You're playing a racist where there's no lines. You have to riff. You're a racist. Or you drop
100%. I'm not even thinking about it. You said be the guy. I'll be the guy.
The pendulum swung so far.
Too many whites.
Yes. They're like, we have too many, but no.
many whites.
Look at the show. The opposite.
Too many whites. Well, you're not one of us.
I know.
Don't try to be one of us, pal.
I'm sorry.
Which one are you?
I'm the Assyrian. The kid
Assyrian?
that walked down on your best friend.
Wait, you're Syrian?
I'm Assyrian, not Syrian. Don't do that.
What's
what's Assyrian?
Well, you're just a Syrian man, one single Syrian?
Nope. I'm an Assyrian man. It's ancient Babylonian. I'm old. We don't even have a country anymore. We kind of dispersed.
So where would your family be?
Iraq.
Oh, I gotta wrap this up. It's like he's so warm and funny. We barely knew each other, but the moment we met, we started talking.
I'm a minority.
What?
Have you ever done your 23andMe?
I have it at the house. I'm afraid to do it. Because Colin Quinn said that my great-great-great-grandmother was on the Khyber Pass.
Yep.
And I don't want to find out that my grandmother was in Egypt.
Well, she was.
My wife said she hooked up with a dude years and years ago.
Oh, this
and
is great.
she goes down. She goes to take his pants off.
Yeah.
And he had a micro penis. And she was like most people, you're like, it's a unicorn. You're like, is it real?
Yeah.
Because I've never known anybody. You feel like you would meet somebody at some point.
Don't you love it when your wife makes up those stories?
I was gonna say this.
Big, strong guy like suck.
Turns into Bobby Lee.
Yeah. Somehow, it's my best friend.
Logan also has a podcast called Who Gives a F***, and his co-host George walked off set due to jokes made by Bobby Lee.
I don't know who I was talking to on the phone.
You probably figure that out.
I was actually talking to Bobby, truth be told.
Oh, really?
I was on the phone with Bobby because I had texted him and told him I was coming over here. And he
said, Bob, you should come sit and watch.
He said he'd tell you he said hello and that he misses you.
You must have such little balls, such little confidence in your body to be scared of someone like Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee is the physical embodiment of the Nickelodeon Splat logo.
Wow, Hunter Hayes. Holy sh**.
And Bobby's actually, we're gonna have I don't know if you guys, do you know he's a legit musician? Do you know this?
No.
Like he's actually very talented.
I mean, I assumed you played violin or something like that.
But I've seen you now you look like you have money after the show. You look like you got money, dude.
Thank you.
You look very good. Very, very good.
Wow.
Very, very good.
Oh my God.
All right?
He likes his Asians.
I like my little Asians, all right?
We're trying, but
It doesn't feel like you're trying. Bobby's in Hawaii every other week. You know what I mean? You're nowhere to be found.
I'm never there because it's,
you don't want it.
It's segmented.
You don't want it.
Nah, dude,
You don't want the crown,
I
bro.
do want it.
You don't want the crown, bro.
The problem is, it's heavy, dude. There's a lot of stolen jewels on the crown. You know what I mean? Like you take it, and you're like,
talk to me.
You're like, I don't know who wore this
to me.
before, man. Did they wash their hair? It feels.
They didn't have hair.
You believe in demons when you're a child too.
For sure.
Do you believe in demons?
Still do. I think it's like a working class attitude. It's like you can't show them that you're hurt or you're down.
I remember my dad when my grandmother died. I saw my dad and I go, "Hey, Dad," and he goes, "Grandma died," and then he just walked away. Like there was no tears or anything. I was like, "Oh,
Grandma died." It's so abrupt.
It's so abrupt.
But it's also like it's just sometimes culturally, well, you know, the Irish, for some reason, we love wakes. We like to see people when they're dead. I like how the Jews do it. They're like, I'm not looking at that person when they're dead.
I had the same experience. I know what you're going to say.
No, you know what's so up? And I'm not making any jokes right now. I never have ever liked seeing people, of anybody I've lost in my life, I hate seeing them when they're dead. So I avoid it like crazy. The whole time I'm at those things, I don't want to look at it. I couldn't look at my grandmother the whole time. And then my mom was like, we're going to leave, so you ought to say goodbye. And I was like, all right. And I walked up there. As we were leaving, I went to go say goodbye. And the room was cleared. My uncle was standing against the wall by himself. And I went up to the casket. And for the first time in my entire life, I was like at ease with it because I realized it didn't even look like her anymore. I was like, oh. The soul of her, or who she really was, is gone. It's just the shell is left. And whatever was in there is somewhere better, and I felt immediately like this weird, like someone was telling me like,
yeah,
this is just the shell, man. The thing you like, it's in a really great place. It's all good. The thing I loved, the human, the entity that she was that I loved, it's not even in there anymore anyway. It's gone to somewhere better and into the universe.
Down.
Hell, baby.
Hell, baby. She was evil, dude.
What's amazing to me is when I watch comedians who are not living like that. No. Their life is chaos. Right?
Yeah. Like, every day you give me the definition of gaslighting, and I don't want to see it. I already know what it means.
Manipulative, someone using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning.
And they're successful.
Some of them very.
And you look at them and you're like, how do they even get to the gig?
I told him you really like to be like complimented and stuff.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't need that. What the fuck are you talking about? Delete that.
Yeah, you do. Leave that in.
Right.
That
in
helps.
college, I had a college girlfriend. I f***ed one girl, right, the whole time.
Red hair, freckles, probably.
I wish.
That's enough.
College girl.
Who's a famous enough redhead for me to
Well, they
dye
could
your
dye your
hair,
hair, dude. Yeah.
That's an imagination.
Nah, everybody could see through that shit.
You dye your hair. You're not natural redhead.
No, I'm brown.
Hollywood's not
You're
gonna
not
let
a
that happen.
natural redhead, dude. Everybody knows you're not a natural redhead. Look at your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are mostly brown. Your method.
Here at ATC, Bill Burr says, no one gets coffee. Dude, you're not going to get coffee, bro. Just go there. Just get water like an adult. Hydrate.
99% of you will not be fine.
There you go.
I think that knowledge. I think that knowledge is what's honest.
Everybody's gonna figure it out.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
You're never gonna make it. The bottom's gonna drop out.
That's
unbelievable. Save your fucking money.
Son,
unbelievable. This is so crazy.
Unbelievable.
College girl.
I did
in my fantasy.
They're always redheaded.
Yeah, they're like that girl
Every girl in
from
college
Wendy's.
is
The Wendy's girl.
Oh, Wendy.
Or you know, what's the
You think Wendy-
long stockings?
Pippi Longstocking.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Bobby and I are touring. We're doing a Bad Friends tour March and April.
What is the Bad Friends tour? I'm curious about
It's
that.
not up yet. It's not all the dates aren't official yet, but
We're doing like 29 or 30 cities on a bus.
Ooh.
Me and the noodle on a bus,
Have you
baby.
done that before?
Never, dude. I've never been on a bus.
No.
dude, it's so hard. It was hard for us to figure it out genuinely of how to do it.
Yeah.
And we learned fast. When we had production meetings about it, without Bobby, of course, fuck it. I was like, be there at 3. He's like, when are we doing it?
Yeah.
I'm like, we did it. It's over.
I got the update from the bus that's available for the Bad Friends tour. We have a bus,
Oh my god.
but it's not so cheap. It's very expensive to get a bus. But here's the problem. It sleeps 6 to 8 in the vertical bunks, but then there's a bed in the back.
I know. I've already thought this.
Well, let's talk about it.
No, I already thought this scenario out.
I already thought about it too. I want to hear what you think, and I'll tell you what I
And I'm going to be the better man. in this situation.
Better man? What?
You're gonna demand the. Yes, you are.
No, you don't you
sucks.
Get the gun.
Yeah,
Get the gun.
It just bumps, and you can't take a shit on the bus. And
See, well, that's the rules that we were talking
Yes.
about. We have to get hotels in different cities because I said no shitting on the bus.
Yep.
There's 2 rules. No banging on the bus when other people are on it. You only bang in the bang bus bunk.
Okay.
And you don't poop on the bus. Nobody poops on the bus. Nobody. Absolutely.
Unless it's an emergency.
It doesn't. No, we pull over. You poop on the side of the road. You're not pooping on the bus.
I pooped on the bus in Tom Segura, and he was fine with it.
He was pissed. He called me and was like, "Your little." He goes, "Your little fucking Korean friend pooped on my bus." He was livid.
Anyway, okay.
And also, Bobby and I got into a fight live on our show about who gets the back room.
You can't assume. This is so ridiculous what you're doing, dude. I know. I've already played it out in my fucking head, dude.
All right, so
you're
play it
gonna be
out.
like, I'm the bigger guy. You know what I mean? Sometimes you say I'm a bigger comic, bigger name.
I've never said that. I've never said that to you. I've never said that to you. Fucking lie.
I always go, oh,
Fancy,
well.
have my back. I've never said that kind of shit to him.
Thank you. So
I've never said that.
You have.
When have I ever said that to you?
In a joking way, but you have.
Okay, so we're joking.
I know. I've already played this out of my head.
And I have too.
Okay, so when I did Canada with Tom Segura, he had a bus. Right? And I slept in the side bunks.
Yeah.
Loved it. I slept like a baby.
All right.
All right. And while I was laying there, I did a meditation.
Okay.
In Canada.
Okay.
And I played it out. Andrew's gonna go demand the back, and just listen.
It's so annoying because you know you're more demanding than me. You're so much more demanding than me.
Guys,
And this is the most mind fuck shit he did. He was like, "I'm giving it to you because I don't want it," and I was like, "Nah, you bitch. I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I know exactly what he's doing."
Here's what he'll do is he'll give you the back room, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I can't sleep in this bunk. Let me just grab a hotel room real quick." And then you're on the bus sleeping in there.
Right.
It's cold. You're freezing. It's uncomfortable. Short bed. Meanwhile, he's staying at Best Western, living like a
I already
king.
decided. Here's the best way that I think is going to be fun.
Go ahead.
It's a rotation.
No.
Well, yeah, that's what I decided.
Yeah, you see what you're doing?
Everybody gets a fair shot at sleeping in one of the. Everyone gets a fair shot.
This is my.
I think the people at home are gonna say drinking's f***ing him up more than he knows.
But I mean, maybe
in that regard. If you're like it doesn't affect me, I can go to sleep in it, but then I don't do the thing I want to do. The thing that I've my sort of higher self wants to do.
Have you ever talked to Burr about it?
No.
His perspective is, I mean, do you ever talk to him?
He doesn't drink anymore, right?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like, we sat one time and talked about, like control and drinking and
He's
stuff
been
like
off
that,
for a
moderation.
while,
Yeah, he's been off for pretty much for as long as, when he started. Because he said he wasn't going to, he's like, I'm going to chill out. And he just didn't like it
Oh, Burr
anymore.
doesn't drink at all anymore?
I can't speak for him.
Yeah.
But
Now he just gets the boosters? Just keeps getting the new booster.
He's on his fifth. From what I know, he doesn't drink almost at all anymore.
That's cool.
Yeah. He likes a cigar here and there, but
It doesn't affect my work, which is the most important. Like, I would never let it get in the way of going to a job or doing, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it gets in the way of the thing I want to stay healthy about, because I know your body gets shittier as you get older from an internal
Speak for
thing.
yourself.
Well, yeah, you've been really aging well. Yeah, so it's a hard balance.
But when we spoke about it, he was like, I just got tired of feeling that thing. And I understood. And I was like, well, what I'm starting to do now, I talked to him about it over the phone, is to avoid that, like, letting it rip, where you're like just losing your mind. It's more moderation and just go, we are just going to have a drink at dinner, and then that's it.
That's
for me.
it.
Right.
You actually make drinking seem fun.
Well, because I don't have the, I'm lucky that I don't have the, Jekyll and Hyde.
The red hair helps.
It does, because I always look like a party.
It just helps.
Well, it's either
just
you have to be fat.
This looks fun.
You have to be fat. Like,
What's he drinking?
Yeah.
I'll have whatever he's having.
You have to be fat like Kreischer, or you have to be look like a clown.
Brother, it's so good to
Cheers.
see you.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
Let's see if you have to fit. You drunk. I'm scared.
Yeah.
What's that skinny guy wobbling around the bar by himself?
Yeah.
Somebody give him my anxiety.
What I realized drinking is you all sit in a rowboat.
Yeah.
You and your 5 friends, and you just slowly shoot holes in the side, and you all sink together.
Yeah.
And it's
But
bonding.
the camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's just so.
What are they? They cookies?
Yeah, they're cookies.
Let me.
Yeah.
You need to sell it a little bit.
But they're plant-based.
Huh? What are you talking about?
plant-based and gluten-free. It says it right on the bag.
I wouldn't have eaten that if I knew that.
Yeah, you don't eat that shit.
Is this
I don't
really? Is
believe
that
in
what
that.
this is?
Yeah.
It's FDA.
Yeah, that's FDA.
If it's FDA, I'm good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're great. My teeth fall out.
Stop shit on my boy Feastable, bro.
Fuck out of here. You of all people. Don't say some dumb shit like that. Those cookies are trash as
I'll be honest with you.
You know what? You know what? Don't lie. That may be your boy. He may be cool, may be nice. These are whack as You're not eating those. Nobody goes, get me some of them Feastable cookies I've been liking so much.
Listen.
Because I've always, you want to bop. I want to bop the people in first
I want
class.
to bop everybody in first.
I want to bop the people in.
When you go by, when you walk by,
you should be able to bop one.
You should be able to bop one guy in first
Yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah.
One guy. Don't bop. You don't need to bop a
Yep,
girl.
and whoever gets the most bops has to get downgraded.
Why are you anti-period, by the way? What's your problem?
Why? Because of your face.
Oh, is this why? You scumbag.
Sorry, I shouldn't have
Yeah,
said
why'd
that.
you take a shot? I told you you looked nice.
No, you didn't. You did a fat joke first. Then we shamed you into telling me I look
you
nice.
punch and then you hug.
Oh, okay.
Did you not have a dad when you were a kid?
I love your
You
mustache.
smack him. He smacked you in the head, and he was like, "I love you too." You
Bobby
know?
didn't
I had
have
10.
a dad.
I had 10
Yeah.
dads. By the way, 10.
Whoever came over.
Yeah. Ugh.
Daddy. No, I'm just corking your mom's. I'll be out of here in an hour.
My mom listens to the show.
No!
Yeah, 100%.
Great.
Andrew Santini.
No, my name-
Irish.
No, my name is Joe List.
Yeah, yeah.
Joe List.